Can you hear me now? Can you guys hear me now? I cannot believe this is happening. Went all the way here and can't hear. What the heck is going on? I've been working. I mean, I got something to share with you guys. So my mic is all right. Let me hear. Let me see. Yes. Hello? You guys should be. Think. I think you guys should be able to hear me now. Oh, all right. So you can hear me now. All right. Cool. All right. So I this is when you go live. That's the craziest thing that happens. All right. So want to talk about a couple things today. Glad you guys are joining in. I'm not gonna wait for everybody to get in. They just got to get in. You guys know I have not gone live in years, right? Or at least seemed like years. But um just got back from vacation. I think a lot of people know that who follow me, those who are in my community, they know I was out, I was gone. All right, so audio's good. We're good. We're good. Tom is here. Tom, why are you not in my community? You're signed up, but you're not into my community. I sent you tons of links to get in the community. I don't know why you're not in there. Maybe you don't want to be in there, but we talk about a lot of things dropping. All right, so reach out to me and let me know. I'm going to send you one more email invite. So make sure you join that, Tom. I got to make sure you're in there. All right, so let's get going. Right. So I call this the new world order. It's because I was gone. The best thing that could happen to me is I was gone. I was on a 2 week vacation and it had me thinking about all of these things that are going on. Had me thinking about what AI life used to look like, what LTD life used to look like. If it's your first time here, lifetime deal is what we call LTD. But I want to concentrate and I want to tell you guys what I'm looking at and what I'm doing because there's a lot of things happening, right? Um, I think there's when it comes to AI, I think from what I'm seeing in the world is China's trying to get to where they're releasing these models or these open source models. They're trying to create these open source models to compete with the paid AI models of the US, right? So they're going this back and forth, tit for tat, and they're trying to make them more powerful. Now, a lot of us know that a lot of the production is really coming from what GPUs you may use and all that. This is not a technical discussion to the fact that we're trying to figure out who's going to win the AI race. I'm just letting you know right now there's a lot of jockeying going on. But what I'm concerned with, because what I do, I live, breathe, and sleep tech tools, right? So what I've figured out is what was these are going to be in five. So there's going to be 5 waves. I'm going to give you 15 points. You don't have to write them down now, but this will be available so you can come back and take heed to some of the things that I'm saying, right? So where's my points at? So I have my points that I want to share with you guys. All right. So let me kind of let me tell you basically, mm, I wrote them down here because I was struggling with this. And I said, so here's my challenge, right? So when I'm going and I'm looking for tools right now, right? When I'm going to look for tools right now, and the struggle's been, how do I find a good tool? Are they going to be around 5 years from now? Are they going to be around 2 years from now? You have to think, to me, a company like, I'll just put it out there. A company like Adobe, right? A company like Salesforce, all these seat based license type of tools are going to SaaS took over. I think SaaS or software as a service um work I just said their name. Salesforce just kind of ushered all that in where that became unlimited revenue because people would have to buy the seat licenses for their company. If they have 1,000 workers, they had to buy a seat license for 1,000 workers. Now you can have 1,000 AI agents and you may only have to have one license. So the game is kind of changing. So you as an individual, as a small business owner, you have to think, okay, the tool that I'm looking at, is it going to benefit me? And there's two types of tools that I'm looking at. I'm going to get to those. Next, I'm going to give you 5 different layers of the types of tools I'm looking at. Next, let me tell you what the tools I'm not looking for. So this is going to be a new world order for any new SaaS company that's out there that wants to go public on lifetime deals or wants to go public on LTD or is just trying to get in the game. I've always told founders that it needs to benefit three people. It needs to benefit them for growth. It needs to benefit me because I'm using it, but it also needs to benefit the person who's buying the service from me, if that makes sense. So if I'm an agency owner, your tool has to benefit you, right? So if I need to get more slots to use more of what you're reselling me, then that's okay. I want you to win because if I'm making $5,000 a month and I'm paying you $100 a month, then to me, I'll pay you $100 a month to make 5,000 for me. But that 5,000 that I'm making for me has to benefit the person that's buying my services on the other end, and they have to see an increase in their revenue as well. So all three parties need to win. And if you need me to break that down a little bit later, I will. But that's always been my argument for LTD tools when they come. Can you win, founder? Can I win if I buy it? And can the person that gets the services from me, if I'm an agency, can they win as well? If all three people can win, then you're going to win in a small business sector. All right. So now it's about, again, that's the old license, buying licenses for humans. You no longer need to do that. Now you have AI agents. They can do the work that humans used to do. If I need 5 people in accounts payable, I can now have 5 agents in accounts payable looking at different things. I don't need to have 5 people. So I don't need a license for that. All right. So um so that's one of the things, right? And it doesn't matter anymore because people don't need to log in. People say, oh, you need to get this many for your team. I don't need a team of people. I just need to unlock enough capacity for my AI agents that I want to add to the stream. All right. So let me know in the comments, right? And we'll if you ask questions as we go along, we'll talk about it. So that doesn't matter anymore. That's so old school, right? And then a system of record products, right? Legacy SaaS offers very giant. It's all in one platform. It's built on legacy tools, legacy architecture. If it's built on legacy architecture, then 9 out of 10 times it's not going to have any backends that is going to open and let anybody attach into it. And we'll talk about that a little bit later. But it's not going to allow me to do that. I can't add any integrated services to it, right? So you're seeing a lot of these tools just go out of business because they haven't adjusted. They didn't think that they were going to get swept up, which had happened very fast. Another type of tools that I'm seeing, they're giving me these dashboards and all these reports. I don't know what to do with all these reports. I don't know. You're giving me all these reports, but how can it help me grow my business? Right. They said, oh, they went through this era where people wanted to give you all these reports. Well, you're giving me all these reports, but you're not telling me what the reports are going to be helpful for. How can they help me? How can you help me, the individual, grow my business? Right. Then you have the cloud hosted, right? But it's not cloud native architecture, right? And that's some of the older products just move their old, right? Um, premise design into the cloud without rethinking it. It's not built to allow you to stream into it, right? Or to get fast iterations from it. It's just stuck in the cloud and it's just sitting there, right? You don't have any endpoints you can get into it. It's just no, it's there, boom, right? And that I'm not looking for tools that do that, right? So I need to be able to make updates weekly, right? I need to be able to create workflows monthly. I need to be able to create, it needs to be nimble. There are some new tools that are coming out that are very nimble and very quick, that they grow as fast as you grow, right? And then the last one, the biggest thing, that people are built these tools for humans. And we already talked about this. No longer humans. Don't build your tools for human. Build your tools for AI agents, right? And we talked about that. So most tools now are built for humans. They have no way to plug agents in, right? There's some tools out there. I have to admit, I spent maybe 1,400 on one tool that I literally cannot use right now because they have not adjusted and they're taking too long to move and adjust. And it's frustrating the heck out of me. And I hate the fact that I spent $1,400 on because I'm gonna tell you, when I spent $1,400 on them, they were a really good tool at that time. They weren't perfect. They were good. I'm not even gonna say they were really good, but I was able to get things done. Once I started seeing how slow they were and instituting things, I really felt like I made a bad investment. So moving forward, I'm trying not to make these bad investments anymore. So that's why you kind of see me slow down a little bit because I'm really thinking tools through, right? So let's get to 5 things. Well, I'm gonna talk about two different areas, and I'm gonna talk about where I'm pivoting to, right? People say, where are you pivoting to, Jenny? Let me show you where I'm pivoting to, right? Um, you say, is this live, Jenny? Is this live? Yeah, of course this is live, Jenny Jones. Ain't no tape, man. I'm here, right here. What time is it? It is 5:18. Is it 5:18? Yeah, it's 5:18 Saturday, July 18th. So yeah, I'm live. Automate Connect. You're Automate Connect, so you probably automate a lot of stuff. Well, I'm live. I'm here, right here, live. Right. So who else is in the house? Who is it? Who's Tone? Who's here from my community? No one from my community showed up. Shame on them. All right, so they're gonna miss out on it because I may give away some free stuff that's even live here. So let's talk about. Actually, I may give away something free today. I don't know. I'm feeling pretty good. If I can get up to maybe 20, if I can get up to 20 people watching, which has been a while since I've been up there because I used to go live every week. But if I can get up to 20 live people probably right now, I'll probably give something away for free. You'll be surprised what I give away as well. All right. So New Zealand. Yes, New Zealand. What time is it there? It's like, yeah, it's in New Zealand. All right, so let's get into it. Now, I'm looking for when I go to an AppSumo or someone tells me about a new tool and I look into it, I've probably subscribing to more tools than I have in my lifetime right now. And I don't have a problem with that because if I'm subscribing, that means that the company's thriving. Because if I'm subscribing, that means other people have felt the need to subscribe as well. Right. And that means that they have some type of revenue coming in to be able to provide the services for me. But what I'm finding is even though AI is coming out, a lot of people are running from it. A lot of people are discouraged from it. A lot of people, there's more people running from AI than people gravitating to AI. Their numbers are out there. There's more people running for it. They don't want to have anything to do with it. They've heard bad things about it, just like all the states and cities that are running from data centers, right? Even though it's going to produce a certain amount of jobs, they're just running away from it, and everybody is fearful of it. People should be running to AI as fast as they're running away from it. It's just the numbers are just not there. It is so lopsided. The scale is so there's so many people run away from it that it's gravitating. So I think this is a very, very sweet area for you to pay attention to. So what used to be expensive, right, is information, right? Um, for you to go to figure out how to do something, to figure out it used to cost more money and it was expensive. You had to sign up for a database or do something like that. Now information is so cheap because you just go into an LLM and says, "Hey, how do I fix this?" or how do I fix my light socket? Give me the instructions or whatever, chat GPT or whatever. That has gotten a lot cheaper. And I've said this before. What has gotten a lot more expensive and cost a lot more. And even for me, my price has risen for implementation. So information is cheap. Information is cheap. Implementation is expensive because even though you get the instructions, do you know how to implement it? Right? It can tell you, hey, you need to do this. Why am I doing that? The implementation, What's going to get expensive now is implementation and experience. That's going to get experience. That's going to get expensive. But information is cheap. So when people were putting out these courses, we went through the course wave, went through all the courses and stuff. Because everybody had their course. I have a course. You got a course. You get a course. You get a course. Everybody gets a course. Courses now, I think the value in courses is now when you add the experience and you add the implementation within the courses. So now you're going to see a lot of the courses that I do, I mix my courses in with actual programs that I built from scratch to help people along and getting an implementation done. So my courses have gone up in cost because I'm showing you not only A to Z, I'm showing you what happens when you get stuck at C or D. The reason why you're getting stuck at C and D is because of this. The reason why you need to pivot here at D is because you're going to run into 2 or 3 problems on the end. Here's the problems you're going to run into, but here's how you're going to solve them. And I'm going to show you in G and H. That is starting to be getting more expensive. Those are the tools that I'm looking for to help me make that easier for my clients or the people that's following me. So we will call those done with you implementation tools. 2 types of tools we're going to talk about. Done with you implementation tools. So the tools that I'm looking for when I go to AppSumo right now, when someone tells me about a tool, can it help me make life easier for the people that I'm helping? Can I show them something different? Is your tool going to be able to it's going to help me help them get the implementation done a lot faster? Okay. So that's, and so some of those tools have to have at least an API, right? An application programming interface. It has to have an API access. Not only does it have to have an API, an open API access, but it has to be well documented, right? You can't just roll out of bed and be like, oh, we're good. We have API. No, what is the documentation behind your API? Because when I go to connect to your tool, I need to know the types of instructions that I need to use. Let me give you the best tool that I've had the most success with implementing. That would be Emailer. I think it's called Emailer, right? I don't have an affiliate link for them. I wish I did. Emailer to me is the most valuable tool that I found in the last year. There's a lot of other valuable tools, but I'm just saying how that tool has made me so much money because I don't have to go and send out automated emails anymore. I can just connect the emailer and say, hey, emailer, I'll connect that up with my Claude and say, hey, Claude, create an email that says this or what have you, and then have emailer send it out. And I can have multiple domains. I can have 16, 17 domains and have the intelligence of emails to go out for each one of them, right? So a tool like Emailer, right? If you see a tool like Emailer come back or it comes up and I don't know any type of insider information if it's ever going to come back or anything, that's a tool you need to look at. And it has legs, right? And it's been around for a while. So it also has to have the tool should play nicely with others. And what I mean by that, it needs to have webhooks, it needs to have events, right? When I think of a tool that has webhooks, think of a tool that has events. I think of a tool like Hero.fm. People wrote Hero FM off. I think I've had that tool for 3 years now. I've made so much money in my sleep with that tool. If you guys ask me, I will give you an affiliate link below for that tool. But I've made so much money. It is ridiculous how much money I've made with that tool. That tool has an API open. They added the API. They didn't have that at first. They added an API. They have good documentation and they have webhooks, right? They have webhooks. Again, Emailer has webhooks and events, queues, triggers, right? Because that allows me to put workflows together. If this happens, then add this, or if this happens, add this episode to X, right? Then one other thing is because that's how you get your workflows together, right? It has to play well with others. Got to have webhooks. If a person signs up, they trigger the email, they click on his email, make it do this and do that. That's working well with others. Um, it also has to have real business leverage, right? not a novelty feature. This is what I'm seeing that's coming out, these new companies that are coming out. What I'm seeing is some old school some companies that are coming out. So I will give AppSumo some credit where credit is due. They're going back and they're finding some OG companies and bringing them back into the fold. Says, hey, why don't you offer some lifetime deals? And what you're seeing is these particular companies have found ways to implement AI and they're trying to get their second win in this whole patch thing. Now, if you're following me and you've been following me for a while, you know I purchase a lot from AppSumo, a lot of lifetime deals. I've built a lot of businesses and then have created a lot of revenue streams from AppSumo. My I was sharing this in my community the other day. Let me give you now. I want to see in the comments here that you may find reasons not or abandon AppSumo, and this is by no means um, an endorsement for AppSumo. This is more of a let me think about life without AppSumo question. Let me give you some things to think about with life without AppSumo. For those of my AppSumo followers, if you're just following this channel, you're just jumping in, that's great. But life without AppSumo means a couple of things. One, if AppSumo goes away and you have all these licenses, then the threat of some of these malicious founders that may say, "Oh, AppSumo's gone, so that means we don't have to honor anything that we have." So as much as people, there's a community out there that's saying, "Hey, I wish AppSumo would just go away." That's fool's gold, right? You never should wish another business out of business. But for those people, I would say for any tool that you've ever bought and you're still continuing to use, for that sake alone, you still want an AppSumo to exist. Also, because they give you lifetime deals, what they give you is an opportunity to do a test market without the monthly obligation. Even if the company eventually goes out of business, maybe a year or two, you've had enough time to get proof of concept out of that lifetime deal that it works, or the concept that you have is actually working. What you then do is just pivot to a paid model somewhere else and still continue to make your money. The only reason why I say you should not give up on AppSumo is that's one of the reasons. The second reason I still think that an annual subscription to their um to their plus program is this. There's still some type of protection built in to the app. So let's just say, for example, you bought a tool today, it goes out of business in 3 months. Let's just say. Or AppSumo, well, it goes out of business 3 months, it goes out of business in 6 months. You got a better chance of getting some type of recovery or some type of coupon credit with an AppSumo Plus program than without it. So life with it is better than life without it. Is it an annual obligation? I think it's $99 a year. I think it's 99 or 100. Should you do that? I think you should. To spend $100 to have a platform still allows you to do that. And again, no one put me up to this. I don't even know the founder of AppSumo. Matter of fact, I've tried to meet with him on several occasions in the past. He's just too busy. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. I can tell you and I can help you in certain areas, but we haven't connected, right? And it may be for the reason why was on his he used to do live streams every once a week, and I used to hop on. I think I was more of an irritant. I don't even know if he remembers me, but I used to be an irritant a lot of times. I don't think he remembers me because he never saw my face. Anyway, that's another story for another day. But I've never had a chance to meet him. I know what the company has done for me and all the businesses that I've built. I've built too many businesses. I cannot. I Too many revenue streams. I only have 3 businesses, but I've built so many revenue streams from the LTDs. So that let me get off of my LTD soapbox. I'm just letting these are some things to think about. If they go away, then everything you've ever bought or everything you use goes away with it, or the chances of it goes away increases very highly. So think about that for a minute. So instead of just saying, "Hey, I'll no longer support them," and then every now and then they always come up with something. They pull a rabbit out of their house and out of their hat, and you're like, "Man, I wish I had Plus." Right? So I've found a budget in my company to say, all right, I'll give them $100 a year, as much as I can, and continue to do what they mostly do. And I'll be honest with you, I for them to still be around at this stage of the game, I'm looking forward to their second act. And I'm starting to see some pivots that they're doing that I'm like, okay, maybe I will stick around for another year. So I kind of just put that out there. Email it, is it right? J designer. Yeah, it's email. Is it email it? It's email it. That's did I say it? Did I not say email it? Let me know because I may have said something else, but it is email it. Yeah, so that's it. Email it. Thanks, Tom. Thanks, Jay. Yeah, what are some of good subscriptions we should have today and why? So, Thomas Anthony, I'm gonna come back and answer that kind of at the end. I'm gonna tell you there's two main subscriptions you should have ab- uh, above any other, and I'll save those kind of to the end. So we'll get to that, right? So thank you for bringing that up. Um, So now, the vibe coding took the magic. It did, but in certain instances. So I still, you to me, you still need some tools that come out, and there's a couple of them. I am going to drop names on them. So let me finish going over my list. All right. So the tool should have enough complexity that DIY is painful. And let me explain that to you. That if a non-technical user could get 90% of the value with a few clicks, they don't need you. So this is for founders who are coming out. If 90% of a non-technical user could get, let me explain to you, and I wrote it here. If a non-technical user could get 90% of value with a few clicks, they don't need you. And that's a tool you should not buy, right? That's a tool you should not buy. So I think there's a couple of tools that drop. Hey, we create thumbnails for you, whatever. I got like 50 thumbnail creators because that's not that difficult, right? But there's a place for thumbnail creators. I'm just saying there's a lot of them, and I don't know the longevity of a thumbnail company, right? If I buy them, then how long will they be in business? I don't know, right? But that's again, I'm gonna go back to my rule. If a non-technical user could get 90% of the value from a few clicks, they do not need you, and this tool will not be around long. All right. So, um, the tool should allow you to encode a client's unique vibe, brand, put their own rules around it, right? Put their own wrapper around it, right? Put their own workflows, their own rules or permissions, data sources, guardrails, that's going to help. So when you're coming out, if you see a tool that allows you to do that, then you're going to have longevity. Now, I'm not one for busting out tools, but my channel has changed. So let me give you a tool which I thought, and I don't want to bust them out, but I gotta bust them out because this is so, I'm not going to say it's misleading. I'm not even going to say it's misleading. It's just buyer beware in when you purchase. Now, for one of the tools that I thought was a very, very good tool, let me pull it up right now. Um, uh, let me pull it up right now. Right. So let me just show you the tool. I hate to do this. I really do. You guys know me. I hate to do this, but I'm going to. Right. So can you guys guess the tool? I should make you guys guess. Not gonna do that. All right. So let me add the tool here. Let me add it here. Now, this is a perfect case. I thought the tool, um, where's it at here? Now let me bring up the tool for you. Okay. So let me just sit tight. All right. So all right. So here we go. All right. So you guys see this tool. This is a tool that's on AppSumo right now, and they're called ProBoars, right? They're called ProBoars, which I think is an excellent tool. Let me lead with that. I think they are an excellent tool. This tool had everything that I liked, right? Let me tell you some of the things that they had, and we're gonna go over it. So what they had, they came here and people says, "Hey man, you guys need to get API plus the MCP," right? It's like, "Oh, okay." They added it. I'm even show you where they added it. It says from the founders. It says, "Hey, June 23rd." It says, "Hey, now we have an API plus an MCP server." Those two things alone is worth gold. They're worth gold. API, REST API, and MCP server. What that means to me is, I can add some things to this and extend this tool and generate even more revenue with this tool. This is literally what a tool is supposed to do, right? So it's a difference in a tool saying, "Hey, you can bring your own key." That's one thing. But for a tool to say, "We're going to give you API, an application programming interface, to tap in to our tool," oh, now we're talking. Because now I can make money on top of the money that you allow me to make. I can stack that up 2, 3 fold. Let me tell you what my problems was with this tool. They said, now let me explain to you what this tool does so you'd understand. So what this tool does is they track politicians in their portfolios, right? Hey, as a congressperson here, and they may have made a trade and they may have bought, 2,000 shares of Apple. Well, you might want to know that. Why are you buying 2,000 shares of Apple? And do you see some legislation coming down to make it easier to do business with Apple? Are you seeing Apple? Are you know that they're going to approve an Apple program to expand or something? Maybe you know something that I don't know. So they track whale movements. They call them whale movement because person might say, "Hey, you know what? They have individual trades that they may make, or they may research any other tool with AI." So this for me, because I am a professional trader and I'm an advisor, so I'm looking for these different things. Is why are you buying so much stock in this stock and that, right? So they look for the you have to file. This is in the U.S. I don't know any other countries, but I'm just talking about for the U.S. You have to file these forms, congressional forms, and disclosures of how much trading activity and stuff that you're doing. So they tapped in and they follow whale trades, real time filings, and things of that nature, right? For politicians. This is an excellent tool for a person like me because I can say, "Hey, I can research this. Why are they buying that much stock?" I can look at the movement. I can look at odd lot buying and all that. I don't want to get too technical with you, but I thought I think I still own this tool, but I own it for a different reason. So when you go to their website, right, and this is where this tool was great, and then it turned out not to be great. And this is what I'm looking for. This is what my problem is with this type of tool. This is a perfect tool, right? The price is right. It's $49, lifetime access. They're going to give me 100 credits a month. I'm not trying to overkill it, not trying to overclock it. Unlimited AI powered stock analytics, real time political portfolios, 100 credits a month. I can deal with that. Let me see if I can build a business model around it. I go to their site, right? And this came up because somebody else brought it up. So I go to their site, then I go to where is it at? Uh, I go to where is it at? Man, I can't find it right now. Where's it at? Terms. Here it is right here. So this is their terms, conditions, and terms. So this is what I'm starting to look for now. So I go to, because if you have an API, then I want to know your terms and conditions, right? Or TOS, terms of service. I go here and it says, okay, they bear no liability. Got that. What comes a problem is when you look here, it says programmatic access to their API and MCP data licensing. So it says they offer that through a REST API, but what they're saying is the license is for personal research only. That's a problem because the reason why it's a problem is because I wanted to take your tool and I wanted to extend it to make money off of it. So not only can I only use it for personal research, but no redistribution or resale. So I can't even take that information and then resell it and repackage it. I'm not using ProBoars. I just wanted to repackage it in my own package. I can't even do that. You may not republish, redistribute, resell, sublicense, syndicate share, or otherwise make the data in whole or in part, raw or materially derived, available to any third party. That is a problem. Not only that, no competing or derivative products. You may not use our API or data to build, train, or operate any product, website, application, data set that competes with them. I'm like, wait, what? So now I may buy this, but now I can't even use it because I can't do anything. I can't. You gave me, right? You gave me, this is what you gave me. You gave me API access and you gave me MCP access, which means that I can use your data and I can tap into your data, but I can't build anything else around it. I can't resell it. This is a problem. And this is, I'm not calling them out. What I'm saying is we need to start paying attention to the terms of service if they give us API access. That's what I wanted to make you guys alert on that. All right, I'm gonna open it up for questions right now. I'm gonna remove that from the screen right now, but I want to take any questions you may have. I'm telling you, this is a new world order. I'm calling everybody out. I'm calling them out. Let me see if any questions are coming up in the chat. Where's my chat at? Where's my chat? My chat, my chat. All right. So, any questions on that? This is what my problem. These are some of my problems. I'm gonna come back to some of the other things we're looking for. Is this good stuff? You guys getting this? I've been around, do it more. Yeah, I'm gonna come back. Maker Suite. What do you want me to say about Maker Suite? I can't say Maker Suite was before its time. What they didn't figure out was their revenue model. Just because you can create a good tool, you got to know your revenue model. Because I'm a finance guy, I'm able to kind of put together my own stuff and I can put my own dog food together and I'm able to cover my costs. A programmer may not know accounting, may not know finance, may not know overhead. And it was like, oh, we're giving away 5,000 tokens a month, but that's going to be close to $5,000 we're giving away for lifetime. This is not sustainable. It's too late to arrive at that after you've given out an LTD. And to me, I think MakerSuite struggled with that because MakerSuite was before their time. And I got to tell you, MakerSuite is a one of one type of tool. I hate that that tool left. I hate that they just financially they put together a bad business model. Um, they just did, right? Um, this is great, man. Did you say great or right? I don't know. So what else? This is a new world order. Again, these are things that I'm looking at. If you're going to give me API, I'm going to tell you right now, any tool that's giving you API and MCP, you got to look at them. You got to look at them, right? Do not blow them off, right? So that's why so many tools are coming out soon. You're like, can I build? First thing I say is a tool that comes now to AppSumo. This is the first question that I asked, and I'm giving you guys this for tuning in. Hey, we're almost up to 20 people watching. If we get to 20 people watching, I'm gonna give away something today. All right. So if if uh if a tool gives you API access and MCP, you got to take a look at them. The first question that I ask is when a tool comes is, can I build this? Not only can I build this, can another builder build this in a weekend? That's the first question that comes up. Now, this is the new world order. Can I build this tool? If I can build it, I'm not buying it. That's been my rule. If I can build now, there's other people that may not be able to build and they just say, hey, I just need somebody to have it built for me and I can still use it. That's fine. But what you need to think about in the long term is can other people build it? Because if other people can build it, their their shelf life or their life of existence is not going to be as long and they're not going to be around. Once you get a big business, once you get a good business model built around them and you're using them, they may go out of business because they're not going to be able to have enough money to cover the cost for the tokens. People, tokens cost money. Don't think for a second that someone's showing up here giving away tokens that it don't cost money. I'm building my own tools that uses tokens. Tokens cost money. Now, tokens are cheap, but tokens, there is a real cost to tokens, right? Now, if someone's selling you $1 a token, that's a lot, but they can do that, right? And if you're building your own tools, you'll know that $1 a token is a lot. So they cost, it's like SMS messages. If someone's charging you a full cent for an SMS message, that's a lot, right? So you have to think how much would an SMS message cost me? You got to kind of think of that when you're built when someone's giving you these free tokens every month. All right. So I just wanted you guys to get that. So what platforms are good to use to build your company around and why? Hold those questions, Tom. Hold those, Thomas Anthony. Hold those. Do I know you, Thomas Anthony? Are you in my community? Are you somebody else? So anyway, right? Because you're asking these questions, and I'm like, I'm gonna get to those questions. Just hold on. All right, so let's go back to my list. Right, you guys are asking good questions, but I want to make sure I answer those questions later. Do you think platforms like Deal Mirror and AppSumo have lowered their standards of tools, or is it just that the tools coming to market are just not as good? I think I want to answer that question now. I think I need to answer that question. So the question is, do you think platforms like Dealmirror and AppSumo have lowered their standards for tools, or is it just that the tools coming to market are not that good? I just don't think that they're that good. I don't think that they're that good. You're gonna find tools that come to market. Um, I'm gonna list some tools. So if you want to know what tools I tell you you gotta own because they're just doing some different things that I don't even think they've gotten the love that they should get. But I have used these tools and I've seen the future of these tools. And it's like if you're not seeing these tools, you're stupid, right? And I'll just call you stupid because there's so much value. There's one tool I'll name right now. I don't have their affiliate link right now. They are by far the best tool that no one's talking about. They only were on AppSumo for a short period of time. But getting back to your question, I don't think the tools are that good because it's hard to create a tool now. It is literally hard to create a tool right now. To me, the tools that are getting some type of legs that are coming to AppSumo are OG tools as we added a spin. We never wanted to be in the LTD space. I'm thinking AppSumo was working them over like, hey, we never got you in the past, but we're going to give you a better deal. We used to give people 60%. Now we're giving them 70% on the deals or what. I don't know what AppSumo is doing, but when they're reaching back, finding some OG tools that are really good. You're like, that's a good tool I can add to my tool stack. That's what I'm looking for. Right. And there's a couple of tools. I think I'm gonna probably I think I'm gonna this week, I'm gonna be busy. I'm gonna probably do maybe 3 videos. So if you guys are not subscribed, I'm gonna kind of crank it back up a little bit. For the simple fact is I'm starting to see a pattern and I'm liking the pattern that I see. Okay. So let me give you one tool. This is a freebie. Since you're on here and you're live, let me give you one tool that I would pay for. I would pay max monthly amount for this tool or even annually. Let me see if I can. Let me see. Let me show you the tool. I don't even have, do I have their affiliate? Man, I wish I had their affiliate link. Ah, you have no idea. I wish I had their affiliate link. So let me add them to the stream. Now, if you don't have them, I have an LTD, but if I had an affiliate link, I would definitely put them up. I think they said they were going to give me one. I think I may even have one. I just haven't went back to it. So this is a sleeper tool. I'm giving this out here because you guys are here and you guys are getting. Anytime that anybody shows up live, I'm always going to drop gems. You guys are here live. I'm gonna give you the juice. You guys should know that by now. I'm back. Jenny Juice. The Jenny Juice is back, and I'm fresh. This tool here, Dreamlit, OMG. So email it, Dreamlit, those two together. So let me tell you the power of them two. What Dreamlit does is Dreamlit takes your project. If you're an agency, right? You so-called agencies, I'm gonna be an agency, you can really be an agency now because you can have tools that'll help you manage your clients. If you take a tool like Dreamlit, what Dreamlit does is it plugs into the database that manages your software stack. So if you create your own tool from scratch, which is really possible, right? Whether you're using Lovable, whether you're using Greta, whether you're using Replit, if you're using any of these tools, you must have a Dreamlit. And here's the reason why you must, not probably. This is a tool you need to subscribe to. I'm definitely going to drop my link inside because I need you guys to use my link. It's not going to cost you anything additional, but I put you on game to this tool. This was a tool on AppSumo, and I was begging people, you got to know the value of this tool. And the reason why I was begging them is because I was already programming and putting my own SaaS tools together. What this tool does automatically for you, the hardest part, the most databases that you will probably use on the back end is going to be Superbase, right? If you build with Gemini or something like that, Gemini is, if you want to take 2 trigonometry tests and a doctoral program at the same time, then get into the Gemini system, right? Get into the Gemini AI, get into Google, because Google is here. It's like, Google, I don't need you to be there, my guy. I am a vibe coder. I need you to be here with me, my guy, right? So you can get into your Gretas, you can get into your Riplets right here, or you get into your Abacus right here. But Gemini, Google, the way they build their stuff is they say, Google's like, once we get you in, we want you to get all of our stuff. We want you to get this, this, and this, and this, and this. And most of their stuff is proprietary. So once you start programming in Gemini, you're locked in for life. There's no way to get out. People says, I'm giving you a prison sentence for life. That's going with Gemini. It's not bad. It's just once you hit your wagon to Gemini, it's a problem. Most people, the most robust database that people build around. So when people log into your platform, their username, their password resets and all that, people are using Superbase. Superbase is the database people mostly build on. This program runs on Superbase or Postgres databases, right? What they do is they send out your automatic emails. You can set up sequences. Hey, on the 3rd day, I want this to go out. On the 4th day, I want this to go out. A person needs an email reset. It does it for you automatically. A person needs that. It does it for you automatically. A person wants to upgrade. It does it automatically for you. Now, you could build all that from scratch, or you can build it where your database automatically connects. So when you build your software here, put my face back on screen. So when you build your software here, you need your database on the back end that holds the names, the contacts, the email addresses, maybe the profiles and all that. That's your database here. But you have your interface here, you have a database here. Your database really helps you do everything. If they're loading files or doing anything, all of that stuff is going into your database. Okay, where Dreamlit sits between the interface and the database. It sits right here. Interface, Dreamlit, and then you have your database. Dreamlit interacts for you. The hardest part in doing connecting to your database and your emailer is so freaking difficult to do. It is beyond, it can be done, but it's very, very difficult. You need a piece of candy that sits in between the two that makes everything easy, handshakes and everything. Dreamlit is a dream. I love that tool. So when they came to AppSumo, what you guys need to do is petition AppSumo to bring Dreamlit back. I'm actually talking to the founders. I got them on WhatsApp. I'm saying, hey, dude, you guys need to come back. If they come back, you guys promise me that you will full stack this tool because I have 10 licenses because I full stacked it. I almost bought 20 because I knew I was going to be building a lot of tools. So that's a Dreamlit, right? And I'm like I said, I'm going to put it in my description. That once I get the affiliate link, I'll put it in there. I just didn't put it in there. They may have sent it to. I didn't look. I didn't even don't think I was going to talk about that today. But okay, so Dreamlit is there, right? So we have what else? What else do we have? We have Dreamlit. What else was I talking about? So we talked about Dreamlit. Do you think deals like Deal Mirror? So that's what it is. Yeah, they're just not good tools out there. So what is out there is tools that have your existing tools that have APIs built into them, and then you can start building on that. And I'm gonna give you guys a couple of tools to look at that I've been using. I'm gonna give you one more killer tool tonight. So just hold on. I'm gonna give you a tool that nobody talked about when they're on AppSumo, and they are by far they will probably be will they be my most profitable tool? Because there's 2 tools. I'm gonna give you 2 more tools. I'm gonna give you 2 more tools tonight. So let me finish my world order and we're gonna continue on. All right. Let me see. Where is it at? All right. So the tool also for my last point is it must give me an opportunity to customize the tool, to make the tool my own, to make it do what I need it to do, to make it work the way I want it to work, to give me permissions, right? I don't right now. Remember when people used to ask for white label? Remember people, oh, can you do white label? I don't have to ask you for white label anymore. I could just build my own tool, my own domain name, and have your tool running in the back. I don't need domain name. That's don't don't build domain names. What you need to build for me, founder, is build me an MCP server where I can compile all of my information, right? Or give me API access. I am not chasing down white label. I don't need to do that anymore because I can build my own tools, right? So I just there was an era we went through that people said, "Oh, I'll give you white label." I don't need that anymore, right? All right. So now this is going to go into answering some of the questions that I think Thomas Anthony was asking, and I wanted to save it to the end because I'm almost here. We're almost done. All right. So, 2 things: you can build a tool. You can have tools that allow me to build on your tool, and I create these done for you implementation type tools that I can resell to someone else that don't want to do it for themselves, or I can build my own SaaS tool from scratch. That's going to allow me to it's going to be predictable and it's going to allow me to be scalable, and the pricing model is fair enough that I can make a profit, they can make a profit. That's one of the things I'm looking for. Second, you have to be stable, trustworthy, and you have to have good uptime. You can't be running a server in your backyard and all that other stuff, right? You have to be compliant, right? Um and it has to be able to solve, it has to be reusable, it has to be repeatable problem solver. If my clients have these problems, this when I create this tool, it should be a problem solver. So the tools that I'm creating, I need to be able to create it where it's reliable, it brings uptime up, and I have to be able to solve problems. Okay. um it has a simple enough onboarding process. So if I'm building these tools, I need to be able to build tools that have all of these different things on them because they're going to be so much more valuable for someone else, right? So um I wanted to solve problems. When I built a tool, I wanted to solve problems for people, right? So what we're going to be doing here on this channel is I'm going to be helping you guys put these different types of tools together, right? I have most of you guys know my community. I offer deals in my community for some of the tools that I offer deals for them. I also offer training for them. I also do live uh, office hours in my community as well. Some people pay for an add-on that they can get on my calendar. They can pick my brain. I can help them grow their business. That's another add-on that people do. But that's what still kind of what I'm doing. And what I want to give for you right now is let me give you one tool. Let me give you one tool. Did I give you two? No, I'm gonna give you one tool that I'm praying every day that I wake up. I say my prayers for my family, my community. I pray for my president. I pray that we don't get into these foolish situations. I'm praying every day for different things. I'm praying for health, strength, loved ones, but I'm also praying that they bring this one tool back, that they bring this one tool back. And let me show you the tool. And what I want is a show of hands. Who got the tool when it came? So let me pull the tool up. Oh my God, I can't believe this. So let me show you the tool. All right. I'm gonna drop my since they're not there, I am gonna drop my affiliate link in there. This is gonna be crazy. So let me show it to you guys. Like, oh my God. What is that one tool? I'm praying that they come back. I don't know if they're gonna come back. I don't know that they need to come back. This tool is so unique. All right, so let me share the tool. All right. Boom. This is the tool. You probably can't see it because of my logo. I don't think you can see it. Let me see. All right. So the name of the tool is called AI Context Flow. Who bought AI Context Flow? We're gonna wrap up here, but I want to know. I want to know in the chat who freaking bought this tool. Who bought this tool? I'm gonna drop my affiliate link because you're gonna want to get this tool. You can't say I didn't tell you. Who bought this tool? I want to see it. Put it in the chat. Who bought this tool? Who bought this tool? Who bought this tool? Show it. Give it up. If you didn't buy it, say I didn't. I didn't. I didn't. I'm not going to embarrass you because I didn't really talk about this tool because that was before when it came out. I was like, I think this tool is going to be useful. What happened is I didn't discover how useful it was until they left. I was like, oh my God, everybody needs this tool. So who bought this tool? Who? Did you buy it? Tom, did you buy it? Marv, did you buy it? That designer, did you buy it? Thomas, Anthony, did you buy it? Who bought this tool? Show your face. Who are you? Did you buy AX Context Flow? Did you buy this tool? Where are you? Who bought it? Did anybody buy it? No one bought it? No one bought this tool. And I'm going to show you guys a tool of the year after this, by the way. Tom, come on, man. If you're in the community, Tom, which you have access to, if you were there, you would have known this tool, Tom. I'm gonna leave you alone, Tom. I'm gonna leave you alone. You've been running with me for a while. Did anyone buy this tool? Because no one said anything. So I'm assuming none of you guys bought this tool. No one bought this tool. Like literally no one bought this tool. I need at least 5 more people to let me know. No, didn't get it. All right, so you didn't get it. I don't think a lot of people got this tool. Because I bought it and I was like, I don't know if it's good. If it does what I think it can do, then this is going to be a good tool. This is what I thought, but I didn't really know. And I've been very slow. If you haven't noticed, I've been slow to kind of get behind a lot of tools. Like I'll endorse some tool. I don't endorse them, but AppSumo, I'll partner with them for some tools. I like to partner with tools I think have some type of legs to them, but I've been very slow to 1000% get behind tools, right? So Shevet, oh, come on, Shevet, what we doing? So let me tell you what this tool does. I want to try to make it very, very easy for you. And I want to see if you can envision this. I want to see if you can envision this, right? Well, I dropped my affiliate link there. So if you want to try it out, you definitely can do that. You guys, I want everybody on this stream right now. I want everybody on the stream right now to send to support at appsumo.com and say, hey, you need to bring this tool back. I'm going to buy it. I want you guys to commit to that. I want you to commit to that. Let me tell you what it does. So let me put myself here on screen. I'm not going to give you the. Let me tell you what it does. I'm going to make it very, very easy for you. What it does, imagine, right? How do I make this? How do I explain this? Let me give you the best way I can explain this, right? You guys are familiar with garage sales. Let's use garage sales, right? It's the most easiest thing I can use. If you're in the US, I don't know if you do them overseas. I don't know, right? It's where we open up our garage and say, hey, you can buy this, you can buy that. You want to buy that chair, you want to buy that statue, you want to buy that picture, you want to buy that skateboard. Give me $10, give me $5. So that's a garage sale in the US. I don't know what would be overseas. I think someone here is in Australia or New Zealand. You can tell me whatever you guys call it over there. So let's say you have a big truck, U-Haul truck or some big truck, in a neighborhood you're going into. So there's like 50 garage sales. It's 50 of them. And they said, you come in this garage, you come in this neighborhood today, there's 300 homes here, but we have 50 garage sales going on today only. So you say, all right, I'm going to go rent a truck. I'm going to drive through and I'm going to hit every single garage sale. I'm going to find different stuff, right? I like this. I like this old antique. Oh, I like this old stereo player. I like this old couch. I can use this old couch here. I like this blender that I can use. I like this old lawnmower. You're hitting every single house. You're racking them. You're throwing it in the back of the truck. Yes, I got this. Oh, I like this. I can resell this and put that on eBay and make more money. First, tell me, do you gather what I'm saying? We do garage. Okay, so you do garage sales in New Zealand. Okay, all right, cool. I just wanted to know. All right, so thanks for shouting that out. That's kind of funny. I didn't know you guys did garage sales. I don't know. I've never been. I heard New Zealand is sneaky good place to live. I know a person. His dad lives in New Zealand, and he's always there. He's like, man, I'm trying to figure out how I can move to New Zealand. I'm like, dude, you live in California with me? He's like, nah. California ain't like New Zealand. New Zealand, and we're doing our own thing. He said, my dad is over there chilling. Anyway, I don't want to get distracted. But since you guys do those there, all right. So tell me now, sounds like our Salvation Army family stores. Yeah, same concept. So imagine, first of all, are you following me? Would that be something of interest? You say, man, can I go somewhere? Not that you would be interested in the garage sales, but just to have the capacity to find things that you need and throw it in the truck. Ah, I need this. Oh, I need that. Boom. Oh, I need this. Or going to a buffet, right? I was just on a cruise ship. And the funny thing about the cruise ship is like, man, if you're feeling, seafood, you can go over to the seafood. You're feeling just a salad, you can go to the salad. You're feeling steak, you can go to steak. You're feeling ham, you go to ham. You're feeling, whatever. And that it's a buffet. You can just put whatever you want to put on your plate. First of all, are you guys following me? Just say if you're following me, or Jenny, I'm not following. Where are you going? Who's following me? Who understands the concept of just throwing whatever you want into the truck? Whatever you want that's going to add value that you're going to be able to take to the next level. Tell me if you guys are following it. Did you guys get that? Everybody's getting that? We almost got 20 people. I might give away something today. I don't know. 16 people. I might give away something. Are you guys following me? You guys with me? Are you guys driving? You're half asleep? You're just like, Jenny, I don't feel like participating today, man. You're getting on my nerves. I'm going somewhere with this. I just need to know if you guys are following me. Sister, I know you're following me, but you're probably driving with the sunroof open and it's raining. Not that you've ever done that before. All right. So you guys are following me. All right. So you guys are following me, right? That's a small dig. I'm sorry. All right. So listen, the way this tool works, right? The way AI context flow works is like this. No matter where you're going on the web, it just grabs whatever you want. Grab that and it throws it in the back of the truck. Throws it in the back of the truck. Throws it in the back of the truck. Right? You see a video, toss it in there. You see a phrase, throw it in there. You see a URL, throw it in there. Right? You see this, throw it in there. That's not even the power of the tool. But imagine you're cruising the web, you're cruising YouTube, you're cruising LinkedIn, you're cruising Instagram. You just start tossing stuff in. Boom, boom. I like that phrase. Boom. Throw that in my truck. Throw that in my truck. Throw that in my truck. Are you guys following me so far? She says, nope, I'm laying down chilling. All right. So probably getting a massage. All right. So do you guys get so I'm cruising the web. I see this, throw that in there, see a YouTube video, throw that in there, see that in there, throw it in there, throw it in there, blah, 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 blah. Right? You guys follow me. That's not even half of what it does. They have an MCP server. Yeah. Yeah. They got an MCP server. What that means, okay, they have MCP server and they have API access. Right there, you're done. I only picked it up because I have an API. So they have an API connection and they have an MCP server. That is the only reason why I picked it up. I didn't even know what the power was. You can connect anything else has an API. So guess what I connected to it? I connected Poppy AI to it. I connected Claude to it. I connected Perplexity to it. I connected all of these freaking tools to it, right? I did. I promise I did. Right? I connected all of these tools to it. And hold on. I connected all these tools to it and I created my own tool. Now, it took me about 30 days, 3 weeks to perfect this tool. I created my own tool with this. Now, this was hard to build, right? It took me 30 days, but I built it, right? And what I basically did was every single thing that you can think of with an API, I connected it to this tool. What that means is if you use Perplexity, if you use Claude, if you use ChatGPT, sometimes you have to cut and paste. I like what you said here, ChatGPT. Let me copy it over to Claude and let me get a full. No, I'm not cutting and pasting. I'm just throwing everything in the bucket. I'm throwing everything in the bucket. So now I can do my research. I can do that. I'm throwing everything in the bucket and I get my output from there. And you can connect Poppy AI to it. So I created my own tool, right? I created my own tool by using that tool. This is the most powerful tool that I've ever built in my life because now I can everything. I've connected Gamma to it. So I need you to take this information on YouTube, connect it here. I want you to use Claude to rewrite what I want you to do. Not only I want you to do that, I want you to create ads for me by using my Poppy. Not only do I want you to do that, I want you to create PowerPoint slides or PDFs from it using Gamma. I want you to do all of that. And all the stuff I collected, I got everything and I threw it in one basket and they all speak in the same language at the same freaking time. I built it. I literally built it. It took me a month to build, and I built it. Fragmentation, memory gaps. This doesn't remember that. Compliance with manual work. I built the whole freaking thing. Whole thing. Now, what I'm going to do, enough talking about that. What I want to do is I want to share with you. Um, the only reason why I just wanted to give that to you because that I've never had a tool that had this much range. The only other tool I saw that had that much range that I can make that much money off of in a short amount of time is push lap growth because I'm still eating off of push lap growth. To have to create all those affiliate links and all that, it is so powerful. I'm going to give you one more tool. I only showed you that because I wanted to show you the power of that tool. All right. Anybody got anything? Now, I'm going to have that tool available if you don't want to build your own. I'm showing people how to build them. It's going to cost a lot though. I can't do that for cheap because it's so much. I told my community, if you're in my community, I'd probably charge you about 1,500 to show you how to build your own. But I think if you're outside my community, it's going to probably cost you about 2 grand. And the reason why I said it's going to cost you about 2 grand is because once you build it, you could resell it. You literally can resell because no one's built anything like that. It took me a month to just think about it. I was like, I need to build this. So I only put that out there because I'm not really, I don't really have it for sale yet, but I'm thinking about putting it up for sale. But I just wanted to show you the power of the tool. I didn't even plan to show you guys that tonight, but that tool has so much. It is when I tell you that is the most powerful. So whatever comes back, make sure you use my link. And if you guys want to, you guys need to email AppSumo and tell them bring this freaking tool back. Bring it back. Are you giving us access to this tool? I'm not giving you access to this tool because it costs me money because I put everything together. I'm not free access. But if you guys want access to it, if you guys let me know, if enough people in here ask me, then I will open it up. But right now, it's only open for internal beta for my community right now. I don't even know if you guys would be interested in it. But no matter what I create, let me show you the back end. Now I want to really impress you because I don't think you guys really know. You guys are like, man, what? So what are you doing? What does it do? What do you? I'm gonna show you guys a little bit of it. I think I'll show you a little bit of it. Let me see. Um, Let me see if I can show you. I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, I'm not even prepared to show it. Crap. Yeah, I'm not even. I don't know if I'm showing it. Why show us, Jenny? I know what you guys. Why show us if you're not going to allow us to see it? What? I know somebody's saying that. He's like, would you present your tool to AppSumo? Heck no. Not no, but heck no. Because I know that I can't, my tool, because I know what it takes to build a tool, there's no way I can offer a lifetime deal. Because the tools that I use, I have to pay for storage, I have to pay for database. When you guys log in, let's say I get 500 users, I have to pay for 500 users. So it costs money. Now, the best model is a SaaS model, but it's an inexpensive SaaS model. But I can't, there's a cost, there's an ongoing cost in perpetuity. The larger my business becomes, the more my costs will go up. So it has to make sense to me. So hold on. That's a good question. That's a fair question. I do think you should have a tool on AppSumo. I think you do well. Man, are you crazy, man? You know how tough Sumo links are? And then because they know it's me, they would really give me, man. I once upon a time thought about putting a tool on AppSumo. Man, they're just brutal. They're just brutal. They're AppSumo's tough. I'm not gonna lie. They're tough. I can't take it. I'll just put it like that. I cannot take it to put a tool on AppSumo. Uh, I barely feel confident enough to put my tools. I got 5 tools in the App Store, and I put my first ever tool that I built from end to end on the App Store, and it's doing very well. But to put it on AppSumo, are you kidding me? Those people would eat me alive, man. They would eat me alive. Um, let me see. All right, I'm trying to because I was working on another portion of it. I'm trying to show you. So let me give you one more tool. Let me give you possibly the tool of the year, and I think you guys have seen this before, and I'll come back to this. What the heck happened? Let me see. All right, I'm trying to get that to load up, but it won't load up. Oh, let me see. Yeah, let me come back to that. All right, so let me give you one more tool that I want to discuss as we get out of here. That I think it's the tool of the year. Without a doubt, I think this is the tool of the year. So let me bring it up. And I think they have a long runway. Most people know. If you're in my community, you already know. I wanted to show you guys the back end. I don't know if I can get to it. Marvin's like, no, there's no way. All right, so no, AppSumo, nah. And plus, my tool's too valuable to give a cut away because nobody's built it. All right, so um, Poppy AI. Let's talk about it. Let's discuss it. So if I give you my top 5 tools that I think should come back to AppSumo, you guys got to email AppSumo. Everybody in here, if you agree to email AppSumo, then I'll give you my top 5 tools that should come back. If you guys all agree to say, hey, we're going to email AppSumo and we're going to say, bring these top 5 tools back, I'll give them to you. But everybody on right now has to say, hey, I agree. And you guys send it in to them. All right. So Poppy AI. Let's talk about Poppy AI. Let's talk about let's talk about where's it at? Let's talk about the pricing first. This thing is super expensive. Super expensive. Let's talk about what you get. You get what they're charging for. Bring your own key, API access, chatbot access, white label chatbots, MCPs. Right? Okay. The the only thing that really makes sense if you really wanted to would be to bring your own key. Because if you bring your own key, then what they're giving you for monthly credits don't matter. It don't matter. So this tool in totality, this is a $1,300, $1,400 tool. Here's what I'm going to tell you. It is 1,000% worth $1,400. 1,000%. 1,000% worth $1,400. Now, do you need API access? Do you need chatbot access? Do you need white label access? No, you don't. But if you want to build what I built, then you want to have any tool that you get right now, you want to at least have API access. But to own this tool, to only own this tool, the $1,400, it's fair, right? And so you can do that. You don't, if you're not a builder, I build tools, I create SaaS tools, I create SaaS products. You only need the API access if you build tools, right? Does the bring your own does the bring your own tool work with API access? The bring your own key, if you have the API access, to bring your own key really just means you're not using their credits. That's all it means. You still use your chat bots, but your chat bots are running off your own credits. If you have API access, it doesn't really matter. You only API access only matters if you want to connect Poppy up with something else, like the tool I just showed you. So I don't know if that answered your question. Um, does bring your own key. Okay, like this. Poppy AI, but damn it's pricey. Listen, listen. Let me put my face back on screen here. Let me put my face back on screen. Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's pricey. It is. It is literally pricey. I would be lying to you if I wouldn't say, man, that is a lot of money. But that's so much money that I went back and I full stacked it. So look at the full stack. It's about 4K. I went back. I had a lot of credits, and I went back. I pulled out a fresh credit card, and I said, put the rest on this big credit card here. And here's the reason why. This is me. I'm a builder. So there's not a day that doesn't go by that I don't wake up and I create some new tool. Because I already have clients, I'm trying to make life easier for them. What I've realized with my clients that I currently have, the more I can make life easier for them and to show them how to make money, the more they remain a client. When I buy a tool like a Poppy, they stay clients because what I'm able to do is create I have different workstations for each one of my clients, and I create a ton of assets for them. They're like, where do you come up with all the stuff you come up with, Jenny? Like, hey, man, that's my magic. That's what I do. What I've done is I'll go to all their websites, I'll go to all their blog posts, I'll go to all their different their bio, their different books, and I load all that into their workspace and I just start creating content off of it. Poppy is magical for that. They're the only tool that kind of does that right now. What the API does is you can now bring that into different buckets and do different things with it. But once I figured that out, so I've already paid I spent $4,000 for it. I don't want anybody else on here to spend $4,000 for it. But I got it when it was cheaper, and I also got it when they had the sale going on for it. So I probably paid around $3,700 for it, to be honest with you. But I've already made that back just based off what I can do with the tool. And the reason why I call it the tool of the year is because they're not stopping. They keep adding, they keep upping the game with this tool. Like every month they add something new. You're like, wait, what? Right? So what you can do with the chat bots is you can make people tap into your brain and resell it. Like people that love hanging out with you, like people that want to pick my brain on stock picks and stuff like that. I don't have time to spend time with them, but they can subscribe to one of my AI bots that constantly feeds chat information, or that I may want to hook a ProBoars up to and to give them information from there that way. Did I just say that? So I'm just giving you an example of how you could reduplicate yourself 50 different ways and just have your Poppy feed information to people on different levels. It is the things that you can do with this tool are just amazing. And it's hard for me to kind of explain. And I've never seen a tool come to AppSumo like this. I haven't seen a tool come to AppSumo like this. And the thing is, they're getting better. What people need to understand is they're US based. That's for one, because I can come after you in the US. It's a lot easier. But two is the founder is he was a programmer first, and he's always solved problems. I think where they strive at the best is creating viral or creating things that will get you attention, get you clicks, get you likes, get you people interested in your ecosystem. It's something that's built into the DNA of their chat. It's like if you put something out from Poppy, it's going to get a hit. It could possibly go viral. It's what they build into it and how you can build it. It's like some magic, something like some magic Poppy does. It's the weirdest thing. I have had nothing but success on this tool, nothing but success. And I'm doubling down on it. That's why I went back. I did not, I wanted to not own, I did not want to pay that much for the tool, but I had to. I was like, once I seen what it did, then I did something for my client. They was like, Jenny, you're a magician. I'm like, hey, that's what I do. They don't know that I plug Poppy in and all their other stuff and just kind of create it. So they're like, poof, they're like, man. So I don't know. Pricey. It is. Um, any other questions, comments? Man, Poppy is crazy. I think that's a tool of the year. I could be wrong. I literally could be wrong. But for me, it's tool of the year. Easy. 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 So I'll put my link in here for Poppy if you guys want to pick it up. But you know what? I think I want the founder. I'm gonna try to get the founder to come on, pick his brain. If you guys want me to do that, I'll try to do that. Um, yeah, I think that's kind of all I have. Let me see if I was able to. Let me see. Was I able to do that? Let me see. Boom. Nope, not that. What the heck? Oh man. Hold on. Oh man. I can't. I can't. Can't get it to log in. I was working on something earlier. Yeah, I can't. Um, Give me a second here. All right, so you guys still with me? You guys still here? Let me see something. Hold on. It's not gonna work. Crap. Um. Oh, wait a minute. Let me try something else. Let me try something else. Give me a second. Hold on. Let me see something. Do this. Yeah, I was working on it earlier. Questions, comments. You guys good? Yeah, it's not gonna work. I have to show it to you guys at another time. I apologize for that. Yeah, I apologize for that. Somebody has Y there. What is Y? I don't know what Y means. What does Y mean? What does that mean? 100%. Are you guys good? No? Why? What does Y mean? 2:35 a.m. hanging out for the juice before I call it a night. Yeah. What does Y mean? Someone put Y. So do you guys get that? I appreciate you guys showing up today. I really wanted to do this at the spare moment. I said, man, so this is a new world order. These are the things that I want for my tools. API, MCP. MCP is a bonus. So if you got, I don't know if you guys noticed, but Brilliant Directories gives you MCP now. That's crazy. Do you guys know what you can do with with MCP and API access to brilliant directories right now. Brilliant directories is a behemoth, right? I can't. I try to log in. I can't get in. Let me try one other thing. Give me 1 second. If you guys hold out, just hold out, hold out, hold out. Let me see. All right. So all right. So got to be at least 50 on here now. Free to there's not 50, there's only 13. I only see 13 people. Is there 50 people on here? There's not 50 people on here. There can't let me refresh this. There may be 50 people on here. I'll be shocked. Let me see if there's 50 people on. Dude, there's only 13 people on here. There's probably was 15 total, but see, come on, man. Why'd you do that to me? Got to be at least 50 on here now. Free. I'm gonna show you. Hold on. You guys are crazy. I'm gonna show you access to the tool. I may, because all of you guys are on here, if you want access to it, I make guys a 50% discount on access to it. As if you guys want it, because I'm gonna show you what I can do with it. And if you guys want it, and just because you guys are on here live right now, and I'm gonna tell you where to go. But you have to be live. So if you guys do that, I may give you guys a discount. I don't know. I'm gonna show it to you. Let me show. Just hold on. Hold on, people. Hold on. So let me see here. Let me see. Oh, all right. So let's see. No, that's not gonna work. Let me see. Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second. Hold on. Tried to do something else. I tried to trick it. I didn't know you guys would be on here, and I didn't know you guys would be interested. Let me see. All right, let me try to log in. Crap, that's not working. Hold on. That didn't work. Hold on. Give me a second. Stand by. All right. So what do we got here? Got to be at least 50 on here now. No. So all right. So I just changed some of the code. So just let me let it republish here. So give me a second. So again, I'm at the point now where oh crap. That didn't work. I have no idea what just happened. It's not working. Let me see. So I'm at the point now, right? I'm at the point now where I'm just to let you know what I've been doing, where I've been. My affiliate business is down 85%. almost 90%. It's probably like 87%. And because my affiliate business is down, I've just been doing different things. I've done other things to try to make sure that I can make up for that, and been listening and paying closer attention to my clients. And what my clients are doing is they're trying to step their game up. So now I'm listening to them and I'm building tools and solutions to help them get to their goals. That's literally what I've been doing. So if a person tells me I have a problem, what I'm finding out is other people may have a problem as well. So I'm going into the lab and I'm building tools to help them. I'm helping them remain clients of mine, but I'm making life easier for them by going in and building the tools myself. Um, so that's kind of what I've been doing. Don't forget your top tools. Would like to see return. I told you if everybody, I'm not going to do that if unless everybody says that they'll email AppSumo and tell them to return the 5 tools. If everyone on here agrees to that, then I will give you the top 5 tools that need to return to AppSumo today because you missed out on them and you weren't paying attention and you didn't listen to my channel. Well, I mean, you could say that, but don't tell them that. But so let's see here. So what's going on here? Let me see something here. There we go. All right. So, all right, we may have it here. Does everybody agree to that? If everybody agrees to that, then I'll give you. We said yes or no. Everybody didn't agree. Okay, yes. Okay, yes. All right. So let me write the top 5 tools down. Let's see these guys. All right. So let me tell you the top 5. Um, all right. So what other tool? Let me see. One. All right, I'm gonna give you my top 5. So just hold on. I'm gonna give you my top 5. What else? What else? What else? What else was it? Uh, I can only find 4. I can only find 4 people. I should make you guys vote. What do you guys think? Let's see what else? That one. Oh, here it is right here. It is right here. All right. So, well, you say well, you say you forgot to tell us about it. Yes, I guess I'll email them. You see, I'm talking to a person. You guys need to know I'm talking to a person that's half asleep right now. So Shevet is half asleep. Don't let her trick you. She's half asleep. She is. She's half asleep. I know it. Um, she's gonna kill me when I talk to her later. Let's see. Where's it at? Where's it at? Um, all right, so let's see what we got here. Let me see. Let me try. Let's try it. All right, let's see. All right. Now I am going to show you the tool. I'm going to show you the tool. Everybody's been waiting on it. Do you guys want the top 5 or you want to see the tool first? Tell me. Tell me in the chat because we've been on here for a while. Do you guys want the top 5 tools first or do you want to see the tool? The tool that I may let you guys get for 50% discount that you must have. So let's go back over the tool again, right? Right. I know you are. I know you are. So let's see that. So you guys want the top 5 tools, or you guys want me to show you? You guys want to see the tool? You guys are funny. All right. So let's take a look at the tool. This is funny. All right, let me pull it up. All right. You guys are lucky, man. You guys are lucky. All right. So here is the tool, right? Hold on. Hold on. Is it at it should be. All right. So I'm good. All right. So this is the tool, right? So this is the tool that I have created. I was on vacation. I was on vacation and I created 5 more revenue streams on vacation because I had my tool with me. Now, the way the tool works is it helps me write my book manuscripts. It helps me with, I run 4 major brands on here, but you can add, and only really, the power of it really works if you have brands, right? So if you have brands, you go in and you build your brands, you build your buckets on the back, and you toss things in. But when you toss them into your bucket, imagine these being 4 trucks that goes when we talk about them going into neighborhoods. I got this one's collecting stuff for investments, retirements. This one's collecting stuff for travel and all that. This one's collecting stuff for education. What happened? I changed the name. I added that. And then this one's doing stuff for, no, this one's doing for education. I forgot what this one was. This was my test one. And then this one's doing stuff for investments. Now, these are the different trucks. Now, when I'm traveling website, I can throw stuff in. When I throw things in, um, I can then create projects. This is a lot, but you have to be managing multiple projects. You have to be managing multiple revenue streams. I managed 55, 56 revenue streams. So I needed a tool that would help me manage all of my different revenue streams, all the different projects that I'm working on. Not only did I need that, I have to have um what did I do? What did I Oh my god. They didn't give me I messed up. I messed this up. Hmm. I'm showing you guys a not upgraded. It's not upgraded. Crap. Did I not log into the right one? Anyway, so what it allows me to do is that it allows me to connect everything into it. It allows me to connect all my APIs. Let me change it while I am here. Well, actually, you know what? I'm on the wrong screen. Am I on the wrong screen? Yeah. You guys are good. You guys can see that. Yeah, let me go in and change that. Let me see. All right. So any questions? Okay, so that's the tool. So that's I'm gonna go back through it a little bit here in a minute. Just hold on. I had to reset some things. All right. So no, that's the tool. So the way it kind of works is you go and you collect all of your data that you want to do for each project, and then you load each project at one time, and then you create information from each project. Let me see. Yeah, so each project is here, and you can add new entities as well. So these are all the different projects that I'm working on. Hold on, I'm trying to workflows. Hold on. Give me a second here. Let's see if I can refresh the screen, see if it gave it to me. No, it did not. Oh, I didn't push it. All right. So enough about this because it's kind of irritating because I didn't really plan to um crap. All right. So that's what I have. All right. So let's go over the 5 tools and then I'll come back to this. Let me come back to the 5 tools. I'll come back. I'll come back to this. I'll come back. I promise. Let me fix this. Remove this from the screen. All right. So the 5 tools. Because it's late. I got to get off of here. All right. So I already told you one of the tools. And one of the tools was Dreamlit. Right. So Dreamlit. It's like it's spelled. Dreamlit. So let me put that in here. You tell them, he says, hey, you need to bring back Dreamlit. You also need to bring back, I think their name has changed, which was my tool of the year, I think last year, Push Lap Growth. I think they changed their name to Referly. Referly. I think that's her name. Referly. They Push Lap Growth changed to Referly. AI context flow. The content flow? I think it's content flow. Oh, it's context flow. So that's 3. Here's another one you're never gonna get because Sumo Links treated her so bad, but Hero.fm. Oh my god, that tool has evolved. That is the most valuable. I've made the most money off of that tool and Poppy. So Hero.fm and Poppy, I've made the most money off of in the least amount of time. The lifetime value I've made off of Hero is just I can't even count the numbers. So that's the 4th one. And then the last one, it may surprise some. I just don't think that they'll do it. Um, it's Greta, Greta.ai. Now, you may be asking, um, why these are the tools to me. These are the tools to me right now have staying power. They have life. They have yeah, and the reason why I say referral or push live growth is because it's so hard to build a referral program, right? Yeah, AI context. Is it AI context flow or yeah, AI context flow. Yeah, that's it. These tools have so much life. You can get another 3, 4, 5 years out of them. Easy. Because they're building for the future and they're kind of built that way. Um, the reason why I say, let me defend my positions. The reason why I say I can't believe you guys are still hanging out with me. So my wife's gone, so I'll hang out with you guys a little bit more. So uh um no, that's not what I want to show you. Um no, I'm not gonna be able to show you with that. Um yeah, so the reason why I say push lab growth or referrally is because it's the gift that keeps on giving. It allows you to grow your platform 10x. It allows you to grow your platform 10x. That's the reason why I love that platform because it allows you to grow your platform 10x. Um, the reason why I said Hero is because Hero. I released a book. I released a book I released a book yesterday. You guys are not interested in it. It's about travel. And I created some other tools and all that around it about travel. And if you guys want to pick it up, you can pick it up. That's fine. But I released a book and everybody kept saying, do an audio version, do an audio version. So I said, all right, I'll put it on Audible, right? Do you know how difficult it is to get things on Audible? You can get something uh in on Amazon Books. It's very easy. Boom, boom, boom. Make sure stuff is, and they have a lot of tools for that. It is very difficult to get things on Audible. Very difficult. Very difficult. Right? There's a level, right? It's like working with Google Gemini. It's very difficult. Um it is very difficult. What I realize and how easy it is to do on Hero, that is a very undervalued tool. That tool has so much value. It is and so if you can get them to get those 5 tools and then Greta naturally because you can use that's something that you guys could actually use to build tools. Those 5 tools. I want all of you guys to email AppSumo and say, "Hey, get these 5 tools." So Dreamlit, Push Lab Growth, which is referrally, um, AI context, Hero, and then Greta. Anybody have any questions on that? Yeah, make sure you guys give me a thumbs up. It's been a while since I've been on here. So you guys have any questions about that? Any questions about those tools? Anyone? You guys have any questions about those tools? Nobody has any questions? Nobody has any questions? Nobody has any questions? Hold on. I think I screwed up something. Crap. Does anybody have any questions? Everybody's good? All right. So what the heck? It's not working. What? Sorry, guys. It's kind of on the blink right now. It's just doing some weird stuff. Yeah, I don't know why it's not working. So no questions? I miss Greta. How do you think it stacks up against base 44 and Lovables? That's a good question. So let me answer that question for you. Hold on. Why I had to do one more fix. So just give me a second. I have no idea. All right. So here's the truth of the story. Here's the truth of the matter. Greta, Greta is it's respectable, right? I think what Lovable is doing is another Lovable is enterprise. So Lovable can take you the best tool to have from starting in your garage, right? Like Apple, you start building computers in your garage and now you start selling them to every major retailer. That's Lovable. Lovable, if you have dreams of going and selling to enterprise and becoming a gazillionaire and selling to Google or all, you start with you start with the intentions of doing that. Then you want to start with a Lovable. You do. Um, but Lovable kind of locks you into some things. What I will also tell you is the least one that I would build with. There's two least ones I would build with. It's Base 44 and Google, then Google Gemini. Google Gemini is the most difficult to build with, and it's the most proprietary. The second most proprietary and the most expensive is Base 44. Base 44 for what they give you is not comparable. No one should be doing Base 44 because they don't cover. It's not the value on the return on value is just not there. It's good. It's a good tool, but you want too much and you lock me into your stuff. So Base 44 can lock you in. Google, you're locked in with handcuffs and you're behind a steel cage and you have a straight jacket on. You're committed to everything AI. You're committed to everything Google. I want flexibility in my tools. But Greta, I give Greta for what the cost Greta is and what they're doing. I give Greta a very respectable number. Right? I give them a very respectable number. So yeah, I mean that's where I would line them up at. I would line them up for that. I would give Greta, I would give them the respect for what they built. Um, you can do a lot of damage in Greta. You can do a lot of damage in Greta. You could put out a you can put out an actual product in Greta and resell it in Greta. But if you're into the building, then let me see. Where is that? So I think uh, can't get to that. I thought I was gonna get to that. Let me tell you another tool that I didn't think was bad. I don't think it's bad. I think it has room to grow, but it's not a slouch. And that's Influence. You guys seen that? Have you guys seen Influence? I'm just throwing that out there. Has anybody seen that? Is anybody looking at that any at all? Make sure you guys using my code too, man. Don't just be out here. Let me see. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so let me do this. Anybody has any questions on? So no questions. All right, I'm gonna wrap up on here. I got one last. I did one last build, and I wanted to show you guys so you can see behind the scenes, and then we're gonna wrap up. We're gonna wrap up here. All right. No more questions. So everybody likes my top five. What's your view on Replit? Avoided those tools and used Devin and Julie. I have no idea what those tools are. I have no idea what those tools are. What I will tell you is let me bring your screen up here. Hold on. So, what's your view on Replit? I guess versus avoided those tools and used Devin and Jules. I have no idea what those I never have no idea on Devin and Jules. Now, what I do know about Replit is Replit was around before Lovable. Replit was around before Base 44. Replit was around before Google um, Gemini. Replit was around before ChatGPT. Replit was around before Claude. What am I telling you? Replit has been around since I want to say 2014. They just had a different package. What I have found out of all the tools that I've used a lot of them. A lot of the builders, I'd say Replit is head and shoulders, head and shoulders above the rest of them. They it just is. It's the cleanest package. It's the least expensive. I like using Abacus as well, but Replit's on another level. They just are. They're just on another level. And what's up, babe? I'm on live. Yeah. I should make you come in here and get on camera. Oh. Come say hi. This is my AppSumo community. Come say hi. You came in here now, just come wave. Because they're not gonna believe me. They're like, who are you talking to? Just this is the camera right here. Now go away. Now that means I'm gonna have to get off now because she's here, right? So, all right, I'll talk to you later. I made her do that because, like, I told her, I said, you never be asking me when I'm going live and stuff like that. So anyway, so that was fun. That was funny, actually. So Influence is one where you can write your books and stuff like that. So, did you guys say hi to my wife, my lovely wife of 29 years? We had an anniversary yesterday. All right. So, all right. So I think Replit is. Uh, so, any questions, comments? Let me see. Let me see something. Hold on. Yeah, it's not. It's giving me some issues. Crap. Yeah, it's not working. You guys lucked up. Maybe they don't want you guys to see it, but it's not. I'm having some problems. Having some major problems. I'm really kind of a little flustered about it. It's bothering me. All right. So what I'm actually trying to do, I'm trying to fix on the. I've never done this before, but I'll fix it because I had some other errors going. All right. So are we good? Are you guys good? So no, you haven't heard of Influence. Is there anything else? Any other questions you guys want before we wrap up? Any now? I will give you a precursor for those who stayed on as long as you did. There's going to be a surprise happening Monday. I can't get into the details, but there's a surprise happening. You can't say I didn't tell you. So I'm probably going to do a live stream Monday. For those of you who hung out, you got this gift. I wasn't going to say anything about it, but Monday there's going to be a surprise. Something's going to happen. I can't get into the details, but stay tuned. Stay next to your YouTube on Monday. Monday is going to be actually it's going to be different and it's going to be big. That's what I'm saying. How does that sound? All right. So I just wanted you to know. So you guys hung in there. Any other questions? So you guys got all the tools. You guys got everything you need. All right. Make sure you give me a thumbs up. I'm gonna try one more build. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea what's happening with the software. So because I was working on it earlier and I made some changes. So I don't know what's going on. So thank you guys for hanging out. I really appreciate it. I have no idea what is happening. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. So, no more questions. You ever heard of Influence? Interesting. Are you guys going to buy my book? I did put out a book. If you guys wanted to know about it, my wife and I put out a book. I'm not going to just say I did. We both put out a book. It's on Amazon right now. It's called Retire First Class. I'll put that in the chat just in case if you guys pick it up. Holla at your boy. Retire First Class. So go to Amazon, Retire First Class. You can pick it up. I just thought I'd throw that out there just in case. I'm trying one other thing. Let's log in. Front end. I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea. So, all right. Hey, you guys been great. Tom, Tom, did you send me a WhatsApp, Tom? Was that you? Who was that? Might send me a WhatsApp. Anyway, yeah, Tom, reach out to the support and see if I can get you taken care of. I have no idea what's going on. Oh, that was you reached out to me. All right, so I'll hit you up. I see you now. Got you. Yeah, I'll send it over to you. All right, Tom. I got your WhatsApp. All right, I'll send it out to you. Hey, you guys been great. Thank you guys for hanging in there. Yes, that was you. You guys been great. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you guys for just chiming in. Monday is going to be big. Tune in. All right, goodbye for now. If you guys want the tool, let me know. Make sure you comment, and then I'll see if I can get you the tool. All right, take care.